Yeah. Hello there, everyone, friends, fellow readers, fellow booktube creators. I just got blocked and la. Better turn that shit off right now. Bye. For a video I did that had Zeppelin on it in the background. I was doing it especially for Todd the Librarian. If you want to know about it, he commented on an old video of mine. But anyway, I have to redo it now, so that's fine. It's my TBR, and I was able to spend most of the day, this morning at least, watching everyone's videos and commenting on them. I don't know if anyone noticed, but especially Brian at Bookish, his TBR, and how exciting it was. And well, first I watched Alex at Big Al Books, and she's always her channel's exciting. She's a dynamo. So I should be able to zip right through this, huh? Okay, let's start. Hey, I'm going to tell a little story about a St. Pat's Day I spent in Chicago 3 years ago. I'm trying to stop saying all the time. I was with a friend of mine. We spent 4 days there, and her, well, I'll tell the story later. I'm going to edit that out. So anyway, to start off with, I had planned on reading Bolaño's 2666 sometime this year, and I put it on hold, and the hold came up a week and a half ago, and started reading it, and really liked it, and I'm going to get, this is a library book, so I'm going to get a copy. I priced it at Powell's last night. It was $24, and Amazon is $11. So let me think on that for a second. I'll do Amazon. Gravity Rainbow, it's out here because the Book Chemist is doing a read along of Against the Day. Now, hopefully, or not hopefully, it probably won't take it took 3 months for us to get through Gravity's Rainbow, and it was my second read. So I'm doing that, Against the Day, and Ken Follett's A Column of Fire, which is the last book in the Kingsbridge trilogy, which began with The Pillars of the Earth. I like all his stuff. I even like his spy stuff. He wrote a great Nazi World War, or no, that was Greg Isles. Never mind. Stay on topic, huh? So I picked up Huckleberry Finn. This is going to be a gift to a friend of mine. He wants to read more, and he's getting like really shitty books. I don't recognize the authors' names. You look through them, they're like self-published. I said, what the fuck? So I'm getting that for him. I got this for me. And I mention this because every time I've read Huck Finn, which is like 3 or 4 times, I remember once as a kid in like grade school and that, just on my own. And then once in high school, once in college even, and then once later on when I was like 40, now I'll try to read it again. Every time I read it, it's different. Much like this book, which I've read probably 3 or 4 times. You know, this thin book. I have this edition. This is my other edition that is annotated a little bit. I'll be going back to this. And this I just got a few months ago. It's a great find. I got a great deal on it. I think it's like stained a little, but it's a first edition, but I've never been through this book in its entirety until now. It has a lot of annotations and books. And I'm lucky I have a portrait here. Plan on taking, or chiming in at least, on strip-covered lits. They're not really doing a read-through or anything. They're just reading the book, and then we'll make comments. But I'll chime in there for sure. I just noted there's like a strip-covered lit let a groupie tag out. I just caught that a few minutes ago. I even commented, but I can't wait to fucking do this because it's so funny. It's so good. Okay, so doing that, I'm going to be studying up on the Abbey Theater and Yeats because I want to do that for double unders. Reading Flann O'Brien for all double unders. There. What else now? Let's see if I'm forgetting anything. Tell my story. Oh yeah, I'm into crime fiction, very much so, and I've been reading the Akashic Noir series. Shot a little light on this. I've read several. I've read Dublin Noir and Phoenix Noir. I'm gonna read like some prison books. Homeboy by Seth Meyers is a good book. He's dead. Died after he got famous and got money in a motorcycle accident in New Orleans. Who else? John Cheever wrote a great prison novel called Falconer, like that. And I made a joke out of my video that was taken down, but if anyone ever wants to read the Divine Comedy, I'm into it. I can talk about it, you know. I like Mark Moose's translation the best, but I like this book the best by far if you're starting out. John Cardi, I can't pronounce it, but it's like that other writer's name. But this guy is the scholar. It has great text, great illustrations, great endnotes and all that. This one would be the worst. I don't like it. It's Alan, what's his last name? Mandelbaum. But it has like good notes. That's the thing about these Dante transitions. There's also, I should know it, Shirley, she translated Divine Comedy. It's been a few years now. I haven't read that. Yeah, you know, I like John Irving and Faulkner is my choice. I'm gonna do get started with the Dubliners videos tonight or tomorrow, and I have a little surprise. I have an agenda. Don't worry, I'm not asking for anything. It's a good thing. So crime fiction, James Lee Burke, I like a lot. Got another book over here. I want to read by him. That's about it. I feel like I'm leaving something out, but so I'll get to the Chicago St. Pat's Day story. Okay, here's my St. Patty's Day 4-day weekend in Chicago story. First off, I want to tell you how when I first did my first video this morning, the sun was out in Portland. I had my window open and my plants, I have 2 plants out the window getting sun. I have a bigger plant, twice as big as that. But let me talk about the Chicago. So 4-day weekend, went with my girlfriend from Toledo. We took a megabus, and it took about 4 hours. It was a great ride. It's double-decker, stopped for lunch and all that. Stayed at a hostel because her nephew's a magician, and he was doing improv class with Second City. He was a student there, so we got a free single room. We shared, and it was big enough. It was fun to stay in the hostel. And so they dyed the river green the week before for some reason. I can't remember, but we were there St. Pat's Day, and we took the Architecture River Tour, which I highly recommend. You know, those skyscrapers were meant to be viewed from the front and then from the back of the river too. And Trump Tower is there. And trying to stop that. There's many, I could talk about the architecture. There's that one with the it looks like a parking lot, but it's all modern with spirals. There's, I think I'm redoing, but it was just a great tour. Then we saw a lot of Shakespeare. They have, they have the Shakespeare Company on Navy Pier, which is great. So 12th night there, and we saw like a 90-minute grave diggers workshop all about Hamlet and grave diggers and things like that. And then we saw Richard III at Steppenwolf Garage. It was called the Steppenwolf Garage attached to it. It's like off Steppenwolf. But they did a great job. He walked with the use of an electronic legs. He was disabled for sure. Did it half in a wheelchair, half walking. He was Richard III. It's a really intense performance. Very good. Then we saw a Finnegan's Awake. Finnegan spelled without the apostrophe normally correctly, but this one had Finnegan's Awake, and it was a dinner theater and interactive. They really worked the crowd, and they had dinner and drinks and Guinness there, and a priest and Catholics, and it was really funny. So I love Chicago. I've been there quite a few times. I love the Chinatown. Chicago has a Chinatown that blows Portland's Chinatown away. Not even a question. Chicago's is on par of L.A. or San Francisco's the biggest, but I love Chinatowns and going in and getting calligraphy done. Pay extra $10, $15 probably now to get it in color, the letters. So I have videos to get to and some reading to get to too. And you do too, to boot. Peace out. Ciao. Thanks for stopping by.